Before we embark on this cheesy adventure, let's gather our tools. You will need a large stainless steel pot. Don't forget a thermometer. Accuracy is key. A slotted spoon will be your trusty sidekick. Rubber gloves are optional but recommended. Finally, gather your ingredients: milk, citric acid, rennet, and salt. See, not too intimidating. Remember that cheese making is part science, part art. Precision with ingredients and temperature is crucial. But don't let that scare you. With practice, you'll be crafting mozzarella like a pro. Keep your workspace clean and organized. Cheese making requires careful attention to detail, and a tidy space will help you focus. Now, let's move on to the first step in our mozzarella making journey. Let's start by mixing our citric acid solution. In a small bowl, dissolve 1 teaspoon of citric acid powder in 1/4 cup of cool water. Stir it well until the citric acid is completely dissolved. This solution will help our milk coagulate later on. Citric acid is a natural acid found in citrus fruits. It plays a crucial role in cheese making by acidifying the milk, creating the right environment for the rennet to work its magic. Measure the citric acid in water carefully. Too much citric acid can result in a sour-tasting cheese. Once the citric acid is dissolved, set the solution aside. We'll use it in the next step. Pour 1 gallon of cold milk into your stainless steel pot. Now slowly drizzle the citric acid solution into the milk while stirring gently. The milk might look slightly cloudy now. That's perfectly normal. We're using cold milk to ensure a slow and even heating process. This helps prevent scorching and promotes even curd formation. Stirring gently ensures that the citric acid is evenly distributed throughout the milk. Avoid using ultra-pasteurized milk, as it may not coagulate properly. Whole milk will give you a creamier mozzarella, but you can use low-fat milk if you prefer. Now let's move on to the heating process. Place the pot of milk on the stove over medium heat. Now, here comes the crucial part. Keep a watchful eye on the thermometer. Slowly heat the milk to 90 degrees Fahrenheit, or 32 degrees Celsius, stirring occasionally to prevent scorching. Heating the milk slowly and evenly is essential for proper curd formation. If the milk heats up too quickly, the curds might become rubbery. Patience is key in this step. This heating process should take about 10 to 15 minutes. Resist the temptation to crank up the heat. Slow and steady wins the cheese-making race. Section 5. Rennet and rest. Transforming milk into curds. Once the milk reaches 90 degrees Fahrenheit or 32 degrees Celsius, turn off the heat. Now it's time to introduce our star ingredient, rennet. Add the rennet to the warm milk according to the instructions on the package. Stir gently for about 30 seconds to distribute it evenly. Rennet is an enzyme that causes the milk proteins to coagulate, forming curds. It's the magical ingredient that transforms milk into cheese. Different types of rennet are available, so follow the instructions on your chosen rennet for best results. Once the rennet is added, cover the pot with a lid and let the milk sit undisturbed for at least 30 minutes. This resting period allows the rennet to work its magic, transforming the milk into a solid mass. Section 6. Curd handling, cutting, and heating for optimal texture. After 30 minutes, uncover the pot. You should see a solid mass of curd, known as the set, with a clear yellowish liquid called whey surrounding it. If the milk hasn't set properly, wait a little longer. To check if the set is firm enough, insert a clean finger into the curd at a 45-degree angle. Gently lift. If the curd breaks cleanly, leaving a whey-filled hole, it's ready. If not, let it sit for another 10 to 15 minutes. Now use a long knife or a curd cutter to cut the curd into 1-inch squares. Then slowly heat the curds and whey to 105 degrees Fahrenheit, or 41 degrees Celsius, stirring gently to prevent sticking. Section 7. Whey farewell, separating the curds. With the curds heated to 105 degrees Fahrenheit or 41 degrees Celsius, it's time to separate them from the whey. Line a colander with cheesecloth and place it over a large bowl or pot. Carefully pour the curds and whey into the lined colander. The cheesecloth will allow the whey to drain while retaining the precious curds. Don't discard the whey. It's a nutritional powerhouse that can be used in various recipes. Gently gather the edges of the cheesecloth and lift the curds out of the colander. Give them a gentle squeeze to remove excess whey. Now let's move on to the fun part, stretching. Section 8. Stretching and shaping, the art of mozzarella making. Now for the most satisfying part, stretching the mozzarella. You can use a microwave or hot water for this step. If using a microwave, heat the curd ball in a microwave-safe bowl for 30 seconds, then knead it like dough. Repeat until smooth. If using hot water, heat water to 175 degrees Fahrenheit or 80 degrees Celsius. Wear gloves and dip the curd mass in the hot water for a few seconds. Fold and stretch it until it becomes smooth and elastic, like pizza dough. Salt your cheese by sprinkling salt over it while stretching. This step is crucial for flavor and texture. Be careful not to oversalt. Section 9. The final touch, cooling and storing your masterpiece. Once your mozzarella is smooth and shiny, shape it as you desire. Form it into a ball, braid it, or create small mozzarella balls, also known as bocconcini. Once shaped, immediately transfer your mozzarella to a bowl of ice water. Cooling the mozzarella in ice water helps it retain its shape and texture. Let it cool for at least 30 minutes before serving or storing. Store your homemade mozzarella in an airtight container in the refrigerator. It's best to enjoy your fresh mozzarella within 3 to 4 days for optimal flavor and texture.